Hi, this is Dr. Pin Kumar Kaushik and I welcome you all in Om Learning classes. So in continuation with previous lecture, we continue our discussion which is relationship between frequency modulation and phase modulation. As per the relationship between frequency modulation and phase modulation, we can have the FM generation using phase modulator or the PM generation using frequency modulator. But there are some important facts that give an important consideration when you utilize both the block diagram representation. So as per important fact, we have the corresponding FM wave output which is equivalent to A cos bracket start omega Ct plus Kf integration of mt into dt bracket close, and the corresponding PM wave equation which is equivalent to A cos bracket start omega Ct plus Kp into mt bracket close. And by observing both the wave, it is apparent that the PM and FM not only very similar but are inseparable. The FM wave corresponding to mt is also the PM wave corresponding to integral of mt. Similarly, the PM wave corresponding to mt is also the FM wave corresponding to derivative of modulating signal. So therefore, by looking only at the angle modulated signal, there is no way to tell whether it is FM or PM. You can say when you observe both PM and FM simultaneously, and the indirect method of sketching PM using derivative of modulating signal and apply to the frequency modulator. This indirect method is worked as long as the MT is a continuous signal. So as per quality outcome, this is very important fundamental which you have to remember. This indirect method is only applicable when MT is continuous signal, because if MT is discontinuous signal, then PM signal has sudden change and derivative of modulating signal contains the impulse. So the indirect method fails at the point of discontinuity, and we can have illustration of this point by considering the MT signal as digital signal, and the phase modulated wave shows the phase discontinuity. And my dear friend, I consider all the important points which makes your good learning experience, and this hard work is corresponding to your faith in Om Learning classes. So we have another important point, that when MT is a digital signal, then the phase modulated wave shows a phase discontinuity, and then the phase deviation Kp into MT must be restricted to a range to minus pi to pi. So the Kp into MT has the restriction when there is phase discontinuity, and it is according to our utilization of modulating signal, and there is no such restriction on Kp when the modulating signal MT is continuous wave or band limited signal. So you must remember, if the MT signal is continuous or band limited, there is no restriction on Kp. But if it is not continuous or band limited, then the phase deviation factor, which is Kp into MT, must be restricted in the range of minus pi to pi. This restriction is according to utility of modulating signal. With that, we complete this topic, which is relationship between frequency modulation and phase modulation, with important point which you have to remember according to utility of modulating signal. So up to this point, we completed introduction about angle modulation, frequency modulation, basic representation of frequency modulation, phase modulation, and the relationship between frequency modulation and phase modulation. In the next lecture, we have the discussion about the various parameters involved when we have frequency modulation and phase modulation. So thank you very much for watching and subscribing this channel. We have lot of things that is according to your good learning experience. So thank you very much for your precious time. Stay healthy and enjoy smart learning. Thank you very much.